Okay, next game with this guy from the United States, Guineo. Okay, he's playing the Colle setup. Let's see. Okay, he plays it ambitiously, at least with c4. I go for a line with g6, which is rare, but it's a bit more interesting to play than the normal lines. Okay. At this point he could have played knight b5, which is very interesting. Yeah, of course. Yeah, he chose to play it simple and regain the pawn immediately. Yeah, it looks a bit ugly for black because of the d-file pressure, but it's not easy to see how white can profit from that in the near future, because I still have the king to protect d7, and I also have possibilities of putting a knight on d4. Of course, when the queens are off or the queen is away from d5 and isn't attacking the rook. So now it's a question what white is doing now. If he lets me take, he also needs to reckon with, in case of rook takes, with knight b4, b4 c2. Okay, interesting, e5. Okay, I cannot take anywhere here. Okay, let's exchange here. I have an idea, maybe it is completely bogus, but idea is, if he takes with the rook now, I can just take e5. This should be fine. If he takes with the pawn, I want to play king d7 and block the pawn with the king. The bishop is pretty strong on g7 and doesn't allow him easily to develop his queen side. And then maybe I have rook e8, rook e6, try to get the pawn back. Okay, he tries to develop. Now I could just play knight to b4 and get this pawn. Not sure if it's a good idea, because it's really slow. Maybe just rook to e8 first. If he tries to play this one, okay. take here. He's got rook a1. But my idea was to go here anyway, to pressurize the bishop. If he moves something like bishop f4 now, I play here. Also in this case I play knight d4. Now d6 is hanging. Yeah, okay. Okay, yeah, he's keeping the pawn, but this bishop is not doing much. And this bishop is attacking f2, b2, and so on. So I'm not sure. Okay, interesting moment now. I could now play bishop f6 to get the material back. Okay, but I could try to make some more progress. b4. I didn't take b4 into account. It's a bit annoying. Okay, let's prevent this. Okay, maybe he wants to take now, play rook c7.
Time warning.
Maybe rook e3, rook a3. Very double-edged position. I think he will sacrifice the exchange here at some point. No. Difficult, very difficult position. Maybe he can move the bishop at some point.
Check.
Ah, this was stupid. This was stupid. Now he gets to
Check.
e7. This was bad.
Black forfeits on time.
Yeah, I played this too ambitiously. At some point, yeah, b5 was maybe a bad idea. I mean, black doesn't have any problems here, because I could just play rook f5, bishop f6, and get the pawn back. It's pretty easy to get the pawn back here, or keep an active position with no problems, but maybe this was too ambitious. I need to play make more exact moves here. Difficult. Yeah, the computer gives white a half pawn. Yeah, well, okay.